We've all heard the catchy anecdotes about unexpected bargains and quirky encounters on Craigslist, but what about the spine-chilling side of this online marketplace? There's a darker, more sinister layer hidden behind those seemingly innocent classified ads. In today's video, we'll be sharing 3 hair-raising experiences that may make you think twice about answering an ad. Prepare to venture into the eerie, unsettling side of Craigslist. Number 1. Babysitter Wanted, the Unexpected Predator. The first story is about a young college student named Lisa who, in need of extra cash, responded to a seemingly innocent babysitting job ad on Craigslist. The post was vague, with nothing more than a request for occasional babysitting services and a promise for good pay. It included a local address. Naively trusting the family-like portrayal of the job, Lisa reached out. The mysterious poster responded quickly and eagerly, agreeing to terms without much of a question. Lisa felt slightly uneasy due to the lack of information provided about the family and their children, but brushed it off, attributing it to her own nervousness. After all, she needed the money, and the job seemed simple enough. Watch a couple of children for a few hours. Upon arriving at the specified address, Lisa found herself in front of a large, old-fashioned Victorian house with a distinctively haunting ambiance. The house was nestled in a deserted neighborhood, adding an eerie solace to the scene. The house itself was a grand yet shabby, creepy old edifice with shadows stretching in all directions, emitting an inexplicably unsettling vibe. Undeterred, Lisa knocked on the door and was welcomed by a middle-aged man with a friendly smile. He introduced himself as Mr. Anderson. Something seemed off to Lisa about the house's interior. It was too quiet for a home supposed to have children. When she questioned Mr. Anderson about the kids, he said they were asleep upstairs. He showed her around the house, explaining her duties, and left, assuring her he'd return soon. Hours passed without a trace of children's noises, prompting Lisa to explore the silent house. Looking for the supposedly asleep children, she opened the door of a dark room, only to find it empty. A sense of dread washed over her as she toured the whole house, coming to the spine-chilling realization that there were no signs of children living there. Panic surged through her as she dialed Mr. Anderson's number, but there was no reply. As she frantically tried to exit the house, she noticed the front door locked from outside. She was trapped in the house with an unknown predator. Lisa's heart pounded against her chest as she tried to escape, to no avail. Her night turned into a bone-chilling horror as she found out the harsh reality of her unexpected entrapment. The chilling tale of Lisa serves as a stark reminder of the lurking dangers hidden behind the simplest of ads, warning us that all the promises of good pay and easy jobs might not be as innocent as they seem. Unending dread, terror, and deceit lay behind her decision once taken lightly, leaving her entrapped in a nightmare that she had never anticipated. Number 2. Room for Rent, Hidden Roommate Nightmare. The second tale of terror comes from the ordinarily mundane world of house hunting. But as you're about to realize, looks can be deceiving. Perfectly manicured lawns, freshly painted walls, charismatic housemates, it's all part of the lure. Little do some house hunters realize the lining beneath this seemingly ordinary circumstance is laced with deception, dread, and danger. Picture yourself searching for affordable housing. Your eyes land upon a rental ad that seems too good to be true. A spacious room with attached bathroom, placed right in the heart of the city, and all for a meager sum that could fit within your limited budget. Wouldn't you be tempted to jump at such an opportunity? This is precisely what happened to a young woman named Sarah, who was searching for a place to stay after landing her first job. The advertisement hit all her checkboxes: close to work, low rent, a friendly prospective roommate named Amy. With a hopeful heart and dreams for the future, Sarah moved in with barely a second thought. What followed were days of blissful routine as she juggled her new job and home life. In the beginning, everything was a dream. Amy was the perfect roommate, respectful, clean, and even cooked occasionally. They got along like a house on fire. But as time passed, Sarah began to notice some peculiarity. The house had an additional door that was always locked. When questioned, Amy consistently brushed it off with an excuse about old storage or an unusable attic. Bits of weirdness started hovering, random noises at night, whispers she could not decipher, the feeling of being watched. These unsettling signs progressively took a toll, suffusing Sarah's life with constant fear and anxiety. Porcelain dolls dotted around the house seemed to smirk mysteriously. Mirrors began reflecting distorted images, and Sarah's sanity seemed to be dangling by a delicate thread. Shaken and determined, she picked the lock one day when Amy was away, opening the door to a room swallowed by darkness. Imagine the breath seizing in your throat as you switch on the light, revealing a sight that could haunt your nights forever. The room was filled with surveillance equipment, their screens displaying footage of Sarah from every room of the house. A knot of realization tightened in her stomach as she understood everything. The whispers, the watched feeling, were all real. Amy was spying on her. She rushed out of the house, trembling, leaving all of her belongings behind. As the air of the night kissed her teary face, she realized with chilling clarity the warm and welcoming room she rented had been the stage for an unsuspected, gloomy nightmare. Giving an invasive new meaning to Home Sweet Home, this story stands as a spine-chilling testament. Things are often not what they seem, and sometimes the evil we fear might just be living across the hallway. Number 3. Free to Good Home, the Disguised Kidnapper. When Sheila, a college student, responded to an ad offering a free golden retriever to a good home, she thought she had hit the jackpot. The ad seemed straightforward, and the previous owner seemed kind and sympathetic. They could no longer look after the dog due to their declining health, so it was crucial to find a loving home for their beloved pet. However, Sheila could never have anticipated the true reason behind the caregiving request. Sheila was excited. She had always wanted a pet, and an adorable golden retriever was more than she could have wished for. After exchanging a few messages with the supposed pet owner, she arranged a time to pick up the dog. "Bring your ID and proof of address. I want to ensure my dog is going to a safe environment," the last message read. It seemed like a reasonable request. When Sheila arrived at the given address, it was not the home of the retirement-aged couple she had been picturing. Instead, the building had bars on the windows and cameras at every corner. On entering, she met not a frail elderly couple, but a tall, intimidating man. There was no sign of the golden retriever or any other pet. Bewildered, confused, and slightly scared, she questioned the man about the dog. He came up with one excuse after another, like the dog was out for a walk, at the vet's, or asleep. Trying to keep her unease at bay, she engaged the man in a conversation about the dog, building trust and sensing an opportunity. She was allowed into the house and even served a glass of water. However, the more time passed, the more she felt something was just not right. The comfort of home was far from this place. It felt as though fear had been etched into the walls of the house itself, and the air was heavy with palpable anxiety. Imperceptibly, she took out her phone and sent a location pin to her roommate. Things took an unexpected turn when she asked to use the restroom and found a room filled with multiple IDs and addresses of people, presumably previous visitors. Alarmed, she snapped pictures in a hurry and cautiously made her way back to the man. When the police arrived, they confirmed Sheila's worst fears. The man was a notorious kidnapper, known for luring potential victims under the guise of needing a caregiver for his non-existent pets. The IDs belonged to victims who had been reported missing over several years. Sheila's quick thinking had not only saved her life, but had also cracked open a case that had baffled the police for years. The shocking revelation in this otherwise mundane scenario is instructive. It is a chilling reminder of the lengths gruesome predators will go to ensnare innocent victims. These unsettling Craigslist horror stories certainly shed light on the darker side of seemingly harmless ads. Always trust your gut instinct. It may just save you from landing into a terrifying situation. If this video chilled your spine and you want more, please click like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We'll meet you in your nightmares next time.